Welcome to LFFL Primetime, your champions edition. That's right, we're going to wrap up the last episode of 2023 by telling you who won all these leagues. Not just football, we're going to go through all of them. So let's check it out, shall we? LFFL, the original league, Phil Kaufman is your champion, the oldest of all the little leagues. Phil Kaufman, one of the oldest members of the league, wins his second original league title. He ends the longest drought in LFFL history. It had been 28 years since Phil claimed victory back with his dominant 1995 squadron. Phil led this league in scoring at 149.6 points per game this year. This is Phil's ninth overall title. He now has two original league titles to go with four keeper titles, 2022 LFFL 5 title, and a sweep of 8 and 9 in 2021. Congratulations, Phil. A long time coming for you over here. Your LFFL2 champion is Andy. That is right, Andy. Finished the season at 14-4, actually ties the league record for wins in a season at 14. Many teams have accomplished that feat over the years, but well done. Speaking of ending droughts, this was Andy's first keeper league title since 2005. So he has been on a 18-year drought over here. This is Andy's sixth overall title, having won all of our original leagues more than once. The two Simons boys are the only people to accomplish that feat. Andy won the LFFL twice, the LFFL2 twice, the LFFL3 twice. So congratulations to Andy on six overall titles. And as I say, doubling up each of those original leagues is an impressive feat. LFFL3, Eric is your league champion over here. Only the second time in LFFL history we have a three-peat. It was in this league, as I have told you before. This is Eric's third title in this league and his eighth title overall. And if you look, all these titles except for one have come since 2019. So Eric has been really hot the last 5 years here in these leagues. An original league title, a keeper league title, three different, in this league, LFFL3 titles back to back to back. Twice in the LFFL4, once in the LFFL5. Eric led this league in scoring 103.1 points per game this year. In Eric's 161 points he scored back in week 12 is tied for the fifth best of all time. So very impressive stuff there. And I was actually looking at I was going through these slides and getting these slides ready this weekend, and I noticed the last time a non-class of 96 person won this league, this LFFL3, was 10 years ago. Eric, Todd, Matt, and myself have won the last 9 titles in this league. So let's keep it with the old school next year, my friends. LFFL 4, we had some action Saturday. Nate was your winner on Saturday. Sunday, Andy brings home the main slate, his first win of the season, 7th of career. And congrats to Phil. Finished top 3 the final 5 Sundays of the year, flying up the leaderboard. And then Sunday night, in a league full of Bills and Dolphin fans, of course, it has to be Bill that takes the Sunday night game. Congratulations to Bill on that. Your league champion this year is Greg. Greg clocks in at 215 total points. Of course, our new scoring system kind of made a lot of points here. His worst finish ever last year, 6th place. Greg wins his second LFFL4 title this year. Led the league in scoring average, 140.84 points per contest in our main slate contest over there. This is Greg's 10th overall title. He has 3 regional league titles, a keeper title, a couple of LFFL3 titles, now a couple of LFFL4 titles, an LFFL5 title, and an LFFL6 title. So he's covered 6 different leagues there in his titles. Greg won 5 Sunday main slates to lead the league. Talk about showdown specifically. Jeremy led the league with 6 showdown wins, while Matt Brennan was able to lead the showdown scoring average at 99.34. If you look at the standings, in parentheses is the number of weeks you played in a contest. And as you can tell, the top 7 all played in 50. Bill played in 48. So all that's fairly normal. Andy 46. But look down here. Matt Brennan at 30 was able to clock 121 points. If you give him 20 more contests, he might slide right up there in the mix. Todd, this is super impressive. Only played in 14 contests and racked up 63 points. Look, if Todd just gets to 42 contests at that current rate, that puts him at 189 points. That's like 4th place. And God had a great year. He just didn't play in a lot of contests. So I wanted to point that one out. But congratulations, Greg, a 10th title over there. LFFL5, this is my 3rd LFFL5 title here, joining my previous wins in the first 2 years of this league, 2018, 2019. Defending champion Phil was able to lead this league in scoring, despite losing in the semifinals to Sean. LFFL 6, congratulations to Matt Brennan, your league champion over here. This is Matt Brennan's first LFFL title in his young career. Matt did win 2 different months to help push to victory, but his worst finish in any league was 7th, so he had a real strong roster across the board. Greg also, I think his worst finish was also 7th, and he was able to lead the league in scoring, averaging 107.75 points per game across all 7 leagues. Matt Brennan and I were the only 2 teams to top 2,000 points in a single month. I think we each did it in 1 month. LFFL 6 monthly winners: Eric, myself, Matt Brennan, myself, Phil, Matt Brennan, Phil. With 2 monthly wins, Phil and I both moved to 5 career monthly wins, still a long way away from Greg's 9, but we are in second place in that category. Eric now has 3 monthly wins, and these monthly wins by Matt Brennan were his first 2 of his career, but congratulations, Matt Brennan, on a first LFFL title. Speaking of first LFFL titles, my nephew Thomas was able to capture his first LFFL title when he won the Elimination League. Thomas led this league in scoring. Average throughout the year was over 200 points per game, second highest total of all time. So he had a strong season, right? Thomas now ranks 3rd in the league history in survivals. He survived 42 of the 46 weeks he has played. Josh continues to lead the league in that category at 53. And Phil leads the league in points per game average across all seasons at 194.64. LFFL 8, I was able to get the win over here, touching out Greg by about 100 points. 3rd season of the league, and hey, we're keeping it in the class of 96. Phil won the first title, Todd won the second title, I claimed the 3rd title over here. My 189.44 points per game is the second best all-time to Phil in that inaugural season. Greg's 182.84 points is actually the 3rd best all-time, so Greg and I both had pretty strong seasons over here. Matt Brennan, the only team to finish top 3 all 3 seasons in this league so far, so congratulations to him. Win might be on the board soon for him. And then finally, LFFL 9, in a league to set up these, mimic these 80s and 90s mail-in contests. First 3 titles have all gone to old folks over here as well. Highest seeded Final Four team was my number 6 seed, making it the first Final Four without multiple top seeds making through. My definition of top seeds is a 1 through 4 seed. Top 2 scoring teams from this season, Greg and I both failed to make it to the Final Four. So our 2 regular season scoring teams were very good, and we didn't make a Final Four trip, but I was able to come out on top as the 6th seed over here. Now let's look at your high scores for the season. LFFL was Phil, LFFL 2 was Andy, LFFL 3 was Eric. Makes total sense. They all won those leagues. Greg was your LFFL 4 main slate's high score. He won that league. Matt Brent did lead in the showdowns. Phil, LFFL 5 high score, unfortunately had to lose 70th final loss there. And then Greg in the LFFL 6 did come in second place to Matt Brennan. We had a few milestones reached this year. 500 career wins across all leagues for both Eric and Bill. Well done, my friends. And then 100 career wins for Bill over in the LFFL 3 as well. Player of the Year candidates. We went to this voting thing last year. Last year I thought it was an easy vote. Eric was a unanimous decision. I don't think it's as easy this year. I think there's a little more going on here. Let's start with Phil. LFFL champion, LFFL 3 runner-up. LFFL 5 had the best record in the league. Leading scorer in 2 different leagues. 3rd overall in best ball with 2 different monthly wins. It's a pretty strong resume from Mr. Phil Kaufman. Andy was your LFFL 2 high scorer. He was your champion. Andy did make the playoffs in the original league. Eric, LFFL 3 champion. And right there again, caveat of 3 straight is really impressive. That's hard to do. He crushed that league. He was your best record in the LFFL, so he was strong over there. He was a playoff, a semifinalist over there. High score in the LFFL 3. He was 3rd in the LFFL 4. He was 4th in best ball with 1 monthly win. And then he was 4th in the LFFL 7th as well. So pretty strong resume there. Always a strong resume from Greg. He's your LFFL 4 champion. He is 3rd in the LFFL 2. LFFL 3, he had the best record in the league, was a semifinalist over there. LFFL 5, he did make the playoffs to get knocked out in the semifinals. And then he was 2nd place in both LFFL 6 and LFFL 8. Matt Brennan is your LFFL 6 champion. He had 2 monthly wins in best ball, and he was 3rd in the LFFL 7. Thomas was your LFFL 7 champion. It's the only one he plays in. And then I was able to win 3 different leagues, LFFL 5, 8, and 9. But of course, 2 of those leagues are best ball with really no work to be done on those. I did have playoff appearances in the original league where I snuck in at 7-7, and LFFL 3 where I did have a bye week and get washed out in the semifinals. I was 2nd in LFFL 4, and I was 3rd place in LFFL 6 with 2 monthly wins over there. So I won the most leagues, but I would argue that a lot of my success came in the non-managed division, whereas people like Phil and Eric, I think I might be leaning that way. And Greg as well, honestly, because they may have only had the 1 win, but their 1 win was in what I would consider three of the four hardest leagues. 1 through 4, I think, are the four hardest leagues to win it. They did a great job over there. And then they have solid resumes to back those up. So I don't think this is a slam dunk. I think we can go a bunch of different ways with this thing. Feel free to vote. Let me know who you want. Pick a player. You cannot pick yourself, as always. Send me the guy you think should be our LFFL Player of the Year this year. Playoffs. Let's look at the playoff leagues from last year, and we'll get to the playoff leagues this year in just a sec. Your champions last year, we had a tie. Eric and I tied. Your DraftKings winner was Eric. Your best ball winner was me. And then your one and done winner was Phil last year. Baseball league, your champion was Sean. Sean, best record in the league at 16-7. It was his first LFBL title, which is awesome. He had to overcome Ben in the finals. Ben had come in to the World Series with Sterling 5-1 record, so that's a really impressive feat. Ben was also the league's leading scorer, so heck of a win by Sean over here. Let's see if he can repeat in 2024. Your Fantrax Baseball League, your champion was Greg. Greg's first title over in the Fantrax League. Ben also defeated Ben in this league. Ben came in runner-up over here. Ben kind of comes up runner-up a lot in Fantrax Leagues is his current party line. Basketball League, Andy was your champion over here. It was third basketball title in 5 seasons. He's got basketball figured out. A thrilling 9-point final over Eric, who was the league's high-scoring team. Hockey League, I was able to capture my first Hockey League title, leading the way in scoring on the way. Eric was also second place in this activity. Golf, your Greg is your champion over here. It was his second golf title and second to last 3 years. 54 roto points. We changed to roto points, a new record over there. Ben, second place in this league. Also another Fantrax League, third straight year. He has been second in the golf league. He's very excited about second place in Fantrax. I was able to win the bracket league. So what's up next in the LFFL universe? We will have playoff football. As always, there are 3 different options. DraftKings, any days or contest. We will have a contest. They will be free. We'll have a winner at the end of that. Best ball, we started drafting. I said it to start last night. So get on there, check it out. We will be drafting 10-man rosters, no positional limits, best 5 players count, and it's best ball score. And then our one and done league, I'm going to move this over to my fantasy league to save me some time on my end. It's been busy. I've been really cram-packed on my time. I got to cut some time out. And the spreadsheet thing, it takes some time to do. So I'm going to flip it over to my fantasy league. I understand if that's kind of a problem, but their contest is free and their website can be a little clunky. I'll send out a quick email with some screenshots on it to help you figure out how to do that. But I'll get that set up hopefully today and send out some emails about that. Baseball, I started working on the spreadsheets you can keep. That'll be coming out soon. And then February best ball drafts will kick off right after Super Bowl. We'll get going with our monthly best ball all off season. So it'll be a lot of fun. Look, it's been an awesome 2023. Hope you all have enjoyed it. I look forward to a fun 2024 as well. And I will talk to you soon with some playoff updates, no doubt.